Okay, are we good to go? Okay, hello everybody. Happy Monday. Happy quarantine Monday. Today we're gonna be having our Skyline Drama Department-wide meeting. So this is, as you guys can probably tell, a pretty unconventional meeting for us because we are all at home, hopefully quarantining and staying safe. The way this meeting is going to work is I'm gonna ask you guys to keep yourselves muted when you're not talking, just because the way that Zoom works, it's if too many people are talking, you can't really hear everybody at the same time, and we're just trying to get information across to you guys. If you want to ask questions throughout the meeting, feel free to do so in the chat box if everybody knows how that works, or if you do have a question, you can ask it at the very end. That'll be kind of like a more open forum discussion. Yeah, so I think then we're good to go if Nate and Sasha want to start us off.
Yeah, hey guys, so the first big question is, how is the banquet going to work? So Sasha and I have been trying to figure out a good way to get the banquet to be able to happen in general. And so we're still hopefully going to be able to have an in-person banquet. So we're still planning that. But if we're not able to have an in-person banquet, then we'll probably do a banquet over Zoom where we screen share a bunch of videos and you can still see everybody and still talk to people. We'll be figuring out the best way to make that happen. And so the first step for that was we needed to get the seniors to RSVP, which I think every senior in here has. So that's not a big deal, but the deadline for that is April 8th. So after that, we'll be able to start getting things rolling. So
Nate,
yeah.
Do you want me to read off the list of people who have RSVP'd? Yes.
Sure.
These are the people that have RSVP'd yes before Nate continues. Brant Stringham, Eliza McMurray, Gabriel Laynard, Jess Adler, Leslie Stock, Louis Monier. I don't know how to say your last name. Still Louis. McKenna
never
Ibler.
Told us how to correctly do it.
Never ever. McKenna Ibler, Maggie Chamness, and Nate, and also Rosie Ellis. I can't speak names.
I think it's your turn, Sasha. I think I finished
everything. Is that your?
Yeah.
Okay. So my next thing is kind of how Nate already said. What we want to do is be able to make videos of everything that would have happened in the real life banquet. So I have a list of things that I need videos for. And I'm getting a lot of footage from Rogan, but I also want things that are personal to you guys. So I have a list, and it's like a long list. So I would suggest taking these notes. But if you don't, I will also send out a video, a picture in the group chat of the things that I need. The first thing is, seniors, cover your ears in space. Yeah, okay. I need videos of the seniors. So that could be things from performances or just you hanging out or rehearsals, things that make you happy that you have of those seniors that we've just listed off. And then we'll get the list of seniors, the rest of the seniors to you by April 8th. Then the next thing I need is production videos. I know that there are videos of Puffs out there because you guys were such a great family. So I need those. I've already asked a few people for those, and I haven't gotten any. I could still use some more Joseph videos if anybody has that, things from Rhinoceros, things like that. Smashes. So that includes improv and slam. That's rehearsals and performances and just you guys hanging out together. Also, when it comes time for it, we're going to take the videos for the speeches and for seniors, uncover your ears, performances that you guys will be doing. That because we were deciding that like it will be easier to put on a like impromptu real life banquet than one online. So just in case, even though we are pretty sure that it's going to be a virtual banquet at this point, we're gonna need those things when the time comes. So I will be sure to tell you in advance, but just keep that in mind that you're gonna need to do that. Okay, your turn, Nathaniel.
Oh wait.
No, it is me again. Just kidding.
Yeah,
okay, my next
changed
thing.
The order again.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, the thing that I wanted to say also is that really, when you're thinking about contributing to this banquet idea, it's a big project, and it's an important project, and I just want everybody to like dig down deep into their hearts and souls and think about, if you were to be a senior in this situation and your senior year is taken away from you, and the things that you were so looking forward to through your years at Skyline have gotten completely disheveled and taken apart. Just really think about that, and use that as your motivation to get stuff into us and want to contribute, because we want to include everybody that we can. So I just wanted to put that out there, just to think about really helping for that reason. Okay, your turn, Nate.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping everybody updated on what the plans are regarding who will be there, what we need, and when we need it by. And we'll make a group chat with all of the seniors who have said yes and get you guys to send us stuff too. I think that's all that we need to. And then we've got awards. So
yeah, okay, so next thing is, every year at the banquets we do awards. So we've already gotten our list of nominations out, and I'm pretty sure Maggie or Jess has already sent out the Google Drive link, or the Google Sheets, or what's it called, a Google form, and if not, are we getting that out?
Bio of Skyline Drama right now.
yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that's something where we do every year.
Maggie, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Maggie, could you put the link to that maybe in the agenda here that's being screen shared?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that's always been super fun every year. So it's a way that we can nominate everybody from all corners of the department for anything, and give them awards. And so some of our examples of those things are best stage mess up, or best freshman actor or theater student, we decided, and like best choreography moment, or all those things are on the Google form. So please fill those out and get back to us. Okay, next thing.
So this is really exciting. At the banquet this year, we'll be able to announce our next season. And by the looks of it, it's looking really fun and really exciting. And so that's something to look forward to with the banquet. So yeah.
And then the last thing, sorry that we had so many things. The last thing that we wanted to talk about is I've been keeping in touch with a bunch of you through the banquet group chat, which I tried to include everybody from every production and every group chat that we've had in the past on that banquet, because it's really a time, on that group chat, sorry, because it's really a time for us to celebrate everything that we've done this year, as well as the seniors. So I don't want you guys leaving that group chat. I know it's just another group chat to keep up with, but it's hard to get things out to a group if you guys leave. So if you know people who have left who you really want to come, or think that because we will be honoring every production and everything we've done this year, so make sure that you get people to text me if they want to come back, because I don't think those kids who have been leaving know how like fun the banquet is, and it's really fun. So make sure you don't leave, and if you have any questions, you can always come to Nate Wright or anybody who's been involved, and it's going to be so much fun. So there. Yes, that's it.
Okay, I think it's my turn to talk now. So hello, everybody. Due to everything that's going on right now with COVID-19, there are some changes to the state slam competition this year. It is going to be held online. We are going to be doing electronic submissions so that everybody can stay safe and healthy. And it has been put on May 15th is like the final date for all submissions, which gives a good month and a half to prepare. Some exciting news on that is that our team is competing in the Team Slam, which is awesome, that we qualified for that. And then a fun change that is coming with this online forum is that individual submissions are also going to be accepted. So all Utah high school students are invited to submit up to 3 individual poems to be judged, and then there are different categories. So the first one is Best Video, which is where your poem is going to be judged on the quality and creativity of video editing and presentation, which is different from all of the other judging for this competition, because for other categories of pieces and for the Team Slams, they didn't want to be judging based off of, how good your grasp of like using technology to record your pieces was and how good your video editing was. So if you are interested in winning an award for best video, do the individual submission. The next one is best writing, which is pretty self-explanatory. The one after that is best group piece, which must have, which has to be submitted under one primary author and has to have at least 2 people in the poem. So obviously in that category, if you want to submit a group piece, stay safe, follow the CDC's health guidelines, don't be breaking rules to record poems. Like, group pieces are fun, but they're not worth getting sick for, or putting others at risk for. The next category is best extended metaphor. The one after that is best persona poem, and the note that went along with that is the persona has to be different than the voice of the poet. So I could not do a piece and be like, this is a persona piece where I am embodying Leah James, because I am already Leah James, and that would just, it would not be the best poem. That's just, or not the best persona poem. It could still be a good poem, but it would not work for this category. And then the best 1-minute poem, which is just your short poem. And then the results are going to be announced on Monday, May 18th. So this is a really exciting opportunity. I would like to encourage anybody who is interested in participating in it. It's like, the state competition is usually not this open to submissions. So it's really exciting that you all have the opportunity to win awards for the writing that I'm sure that you've all been doing, or for things that maybe you worked on in workshops and want to get some recognition for, or just see how they play to an audience. Now, if you do really want to participate in this and you don't have access to the technology necessary to record and upload your poem, please let us know. Because, like, in organizing this, they've already thought about ways to accommodate that, so we can reach out to the people organizing this event and get accommodations for you, so that even if you have some technological struggles within your quarantine, you can still get recognition for the incredible work that you've done. And then also, every year with the State Slam competition, there are workshops. And this year will be kind of different in that they won't be in person because we want everyone to stay safe. However, students are being invited to participate in online workshops with some nationally acclaimed poets, and details for that are going to be announced soon. So stay tuned. Yeah. And if you have any questions on this, if you're on the Slam team, we are going to be talking about the team submissions in more depth. But if you're interested in doing individual submissions, please reach out if you have any questions. We would love for you to get to participate in that. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Leah, for that. And so I'm going to be talking about the audition for next year's Slam team, improv team, and the Shakespeare team. So obviously, these auditions were originally in person, but we're going to be postponing those just because, well, the Slam team could have an online audition, I guess, but it's just going to be harder for the improv and the Shakespeare team. So we don't really know what we're going to do with those yet, just because it kind of depends if we're able to come back to school before the end of the school year or not. But it's definitely something that we'll keep you guys updated on. It's something that's still happening. We're still having these teams next year. No matter when the auditions are happening, the team is still going to be there next year. So definitely stay hyped for these teams. If you have any question about any of those teams, you can talk to Leah about the Slam team. You can come and talk to me about the improv team. And then for the Shakespeare team, you can kind of talk to anyone. I think Dan and Owen, since they're, Dan and Owen, definitely go and talk to them. They're the team co-captains. So yeah, I think there's not much to say except for the fact that they're postponed. So just we'll keep you guys updated on that. And if you have any questions, you can ask today once we're done with this, or reach out to any of the officers. Yeah.
Okay. And the last big thing on our agenda is officer applications and interviews for next year's presidency. So we have extended this deadline because we wanted to reach out to even more people to ask them and like invite them to apply. So the deadline was today, but it is getting moved to this Friday. So if you have friends who you know have not applied yet, or you yourself have not turned in your application yet, and maybe you want a couple of more days to perfect it, you now have that time. So yeah, shout out to all the people who have been sending them to me. I think it was Alex Close who just sent me hers literally right before the meeting started. It just makes me so happy. I love when people send them in early because then we get to review them earlier, and it just helps with all of the seniors organization process for this. So because we are not at school, you cannot pick up a hard copy of these applications, but it is now on skylinedrama.com on the homepage. It's like the first thing on the top of the homepage. You cannot miss it. If you can miss it, email me or text me, and I will send you a copy of it if you want it. That is my phone number, my email for you to send them to me to. Either one works, as long as I end up getting it. And then if you have questions about any specific positions still, or if you want to know more about presidency in general or what anybody does, you can talk to any of the presidency members. You can talk to me about anything, anybody. So we are all here to answer your guys' questions. So interviews, the way that interviews are going to work is once we have a list of everybody who has sent in applications, we're going to put you guys all in a group chat, and we're going to have you fill out a form to sign up for an online interview time, in which you will probably be in a Google Hangout with all of the seniors, and then we will ask you our questions then. So we're going to be working really closely with you guys to make sure that everybody gets a good interview time and they're available, and we'll ask you guys about conflicts later. But that is when everybody sends in their conflicts. Their applications. If we've already turned in a physical application, do we need a digital copy as well? No, I have everybody who's turned in a physical application. I believe I have Ben, Barton, Adrian, and Finn's. So if anybody else sent in a physical application to somebody else, those are the only 3 I have. But it's okay. Those of you who sent in physical ones, it's totally good. I have those ones. I guess that was our segue into the question section. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I was just
Did you guys
wondering,
say something
yeah,
about the
like group me or something like RSVPing for the banquet? You just do it on group me. Is that correct?
I think what you're asking is if you are RSVPing on the banquet, but yeah, okay. So So on the group me, yes, I think we originally asked if you are going to come to the banquet, you should RSVP to our message. And I think you should still do that because it's going to be on the same day, whether it's virtual or in real life. So I would still say just shoot me a text or like that message that I sent earlier. But specifically that was for the seniors because we need them to RSVP to know who we're honoring. But we sent that out as an evite, so you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Can I read off everyone who has sent in an application? Sure. I'll do that after Owen's question. Do we just take a picture of the application? Yes, you can text me or email me pictures of your application. That's totally fine. If you want to include every page, you're welcome to. But the most important pages are the ones that you have written on. We don't really need pictures of the pages where you just take a signature at the bottom. Feel free to send those if you want to. But we definitely do need the back page that has yours and your parents' signature on it as well in that submission. I will pull up the list of people right now. Okay. This is the list of everybody we have. I have Sasha Wilkinson, Emily Wiseman, Leah James, Dan Livnat, Finn Riley, Adrian Young, Ben Barton, Ashley Peterson, Chris Close, Eleanor Considine, Nate Ginsburg, and now I have Alex Close. So if you have not sent in your application, you have until April 10th, this Friday, to do it. Did we talk about what is happening for drama competition? We did not talk about that. I don't know if we know exactly, if Dan and Owen want to talk about that.
So right now, I don't think we know. I think they're looking into online submissions similar to how they're doing Slam, but we don't know. We also, from what I've heard, as far as our ensemble piece, even though we didn't qualify for drama comp because of how this whole situation and how things are working out, if certain schools don't join, we might be able to compete anyway. So we'll keep you updated, but right now it's still up in the air, and I don't think we have any concrete information yet.
Yeah, the most recent thing that's happened is theater teachers were sent out a survey from UACT asking if we would be up for doing some kind of state competition in May. So it's a possibility. I don't know how likely it is yet, but that's something that is being looked at. I should say that we are making it a priority to present Rhinoceros for parents and family members as soon as we are able to do so. So that is definitely one of our priorities and something that we want to have happen as soon as possible. All the set pieces, costumes, and props are just waiting backstage for us.
Do we have a shaky date to pencil in for Slyline auditions?
No. As soon if school, if we're able to go back to school, then really just as soon as we can go back to school, but otherwise no. We'll keep you guys updated though.
I have a question. So are freshmen allowed, were they allowed to send in applications to be an officer?
I
Okay,
believe so this year.
okay. Good to know. I did not know that. I thought it was just sophomores and juniors and seniors.
That is how it has been in the past, but our rules have updated. So freshmen, feel free to submit an application. You all know where to find it now. When will the Google form for banquet superlatives go up and where? It is also on the Skyline Drama Instagram in the bio, I
I
believe.
just dropped it in the chat. I accidentally only sent it to Eleanor at first.
Perfect.
So I don't know how to do this, but it is now in the chat. It is also the bio of Skyline Drama's Insta. So
And if you need someone to send it to you because you can't access it from one of those, then just message an officer and we'll send it to you.
Mhm.
I believe I've also posted it on the website as well.
Perfect. Are the dressing rooms still open to pick up personal costume pieces?
Yes, just contact me in advance to make an appointment to come pick stuff up. But I'm here almost every day.
I've already gotten tons of videos from you guys just through this meeting, so thank you. But keep sending them. But that makes me really happy. That's it. Okay, bye.
Does anybody have any other questions? Maybe not. Okay, well, Rogan, do you have anything?
I just checked. I have not posted the nomination form on the website yet. I did, however, post the Drama Club Officer application on the website. I will post the nomination form right away.
Okay, perfect. Biela says she kept her rhinoceros costume. Hang on to it, probably for now, because, like Rogan said, we're probably going to be attempting a showcase of it. Correct? Okay.
Yes. So I'm happy to leave this Zoom meeting open for a while if people just want to touch base with each other and hang out and chat. I just have another meeting at noon, but you guys are welcome to stick around. Thank you so much, Drama Club officers. We love and appreciate you all for all your hard work. And yeah, hope to see everybody in person sooner than later. Oh, Leslie is reminding us, for those in play production, that there is a Zoom meeting for that class tomorrow to discuss Scarlet Pimpernel. That's at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So sorry.
Awesome. Okay, I think then we are good to go.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy quarantine.
Wash your hands. Pay your taxes.